Kurt Hectic never wanted to be a hero. He was content with his life and wanted to live out his years in quiet, dignified anonymity. Sadly, it was not to be. Kurt was employed as a janitor for Dr. Fluke Hawkins, eccentric man of science. All was peaceful until the invasion. Aliens from a strange dimension attacked the Earth. Dr. Hawkins had to act. Kurt was outfitted in an untested coil suit and sent to try and disable the machines. There he challenged the alien leader, a grotesque creature named Gunter Glatt, and with Max's aid, Kurt was victorious. As their leader fell, the invasion crumbled and the aliens retreated, their tails between their legs. And now, with the aliens routed and order restored, our heroes can return to their normal everyday lives. Or can they? Only time will tell.
Come toast, Kurt. You've done well. Everything's Jake for sure.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
It's been around the PC and the Dreamcast, but finally, after only a year, it has made its way onto Sony's console. What's more though, it brings with it a whole host of new upgrades, hence the revised title Armageddon. Primarily, it is identical to its predecessors, providing a humorous and brutal story following the exploits of Kurt Hectic, Max the Dog, and Dr. Fluke Hawkins. They've listened to all the gripes and moans and turned their attention to cleaning up the game's failings. Has it worked? Well, kind of. There are now a range of difficulty levels, ranging through easy, medium, difficult, and the Scooby-Doo-esque, yikes. You'll also find that some of the jumps have been simplified. Beams have been widened, and some of the more obscure platforms and ledges now get blatantly pointed out to you. Is this a good thing? Well, it does make things a little easy at times. On the other hand, there were numerous complaints about how hard it was before. Sometimes you just can't win. There's also a wide variety of control methods to pick between, allowing you to tweak the controls to your satisfaction. These orientate primarily around the now mandatory time splitters method, but there are lots of other options available. The story picks up moments after the end of the original MDK, with Kurt Hectic bounding into action to fight the new menace to Earth. His skills involve the use of the coil suit, allowing him a great deal of 3D movement, and also his aptitude for sniping. And so, when Kurt finds himself in a tight spot, it's time for Max the Dog to go to work. Max is the robotic invention of Dr. Hawkins, complete with 4 arms and a psychotic temperament. His levels tend to be much more bloody, with wave after wave of opponents giving him the problem of picking who to shoot first. But eventually, even Max gets into trouble.
We could destroy their power supply so they stop jamming us. No, a little better plan. You should destroy their power supply so they stop jamming us. High-low surplus.
Then it's the turn of Dr. Fluke Hawkins himself. The Doctor has a much more relaxed approach to fighting the enemy. His levels are much more concerned with navigating puzzles and gathering bizarre junk to turn into useful items. Sadly, most of the puzzles are totally confounding, and the control system makes combining objects a real challenge. So if you can tolerate wildly varying difficulty levels and an often childish sense of humour, along with infrequent save points, although more than the original versions offered, then this may be the game you're looking for. Packed with plenty of monsters to blast, and 3 different styles of play, there is plenty to keep you interested in this quirky B-movie experience.